Okay guys, so this morning we are here with Armando, one of our titanium endorsed service providers. So Armando, let's talk about right now the market is really busy. Every house has multiple offers and stuff. I want to focus today on your down payment assistance program as well as the VA, because there's a myth. People said, well, if you are not all cash or if you put little down payments, there is no chance of you buying homes in today's market.
Right.
So let's start with the zero down payment. How about that?
Let's do it. So we do the CalHAFA program, and a lot of times people think it takes a long time to close, right?
Yeah.
They think, well, I need a 45 or a 60-day escrow, but the reality is that it doesn't take that long. If we put it together correctly and we instruct the client and really get the client to be on our side from the very beginning, we can close them in less than 30 days. It's a little bit longer than the normal process, but 30 days I think is still good.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So because we have a lot of our clients watching this now, when we talk about cooperation from the clients, like give me an example of what's the top 3 challenges when you're doing this.
You know, the getting paperwork, right? A lot of times the clients, I'll give you an example. The one page, we always joke in the mortgage industry, the one page that's always missing is the blank page on the bank statements. Have you noticed the bank statements have page 5 or 6, but there's nothing on it, and it says this page intentionally left blank?
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't think we need it, and the clients don't think we need it, but underwriters need them, right?
So submit all, when you say all, you literally means all pages,
yes.
Including the blank page.
Yes.
That's good. So we have, when you come into our office for your free home buying consultation, not only we give you access to homes, including bank foreclosure, short sales, homes that you cannot find online, but when you come in, bring that document. So let's talk about that. So when they come in for the first time home buying consultation, ideally, what documents should they bring?
I always say, let us see everything. If there's something that we feel that is not necessary, we'll pull it out, right? But it's always good to see everything, because sometimes there's things that show up.
Like, let's give an example of everything. W-2.
Yeah, well, we like the full tax returns. One of the things that underwriters look at on tax returns is unreimbursed employee expenses. Sometimes you write off your uniforms or maybe the gas mileage. And sometimes the clients don't even know they're doing it. The tax guy helps them a little bit.
They don't even know whatever.
Yeah. So when we look at it, we always make sure that we're very thorough up front, so there's no surprises at the end, right? Once you start looking for a house, we want to make sure that your loan is approved, that you're all good to go, and no surprises, because nobody wants to back out at the end or not be able to close.
So 1 year tax return or 2 years tax return?
So if we're doing a down payment assistance program, we'll actually ask for 3 years.
3 years.
If we're doing a regular FHA loan or a conventional loan or even a VA loan, we would only ask for 2.
Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, what is down payment assistance program? What is FHA? You mentioned FHA, so what is all this?
So CalHFA is a really good program. It's actually by the state of California, and what they'll do is that's a program that actually allows you to come in with very little money down, sometimes none at all.
First time home buyer, is it like who qualify for that?
So it is limited to a first time home buyer, and a first time home buyer, that's something else that sometimes people don't understand, right? They think, oh, I had a house 10 years ago, so I'm not a first-time home buyer. So by definition, the state defines a first-time home buyer as someone who has not owned a home in the past 3 years.
So if I sold my homes 3.5 years ago, then I'm a first-time home buyer.
Correct.
And what's the qualification for this zero down program? Because people think the zero down is only for VA loans.
No, not at all. Not at all. In fact, we just closed one about 2 weeks ago. The husband worked for a hospital. He was a janitorial services in a hospital, and the wife worked at a school. Average income, they were okay on the lower end. They had 2 kids, and then the mother-in-law lived with them. Their total income was about $80,000, so they were right below the limit, and they were able to buy a house. Total out of pocket, including the appraisal and the home inspection, was $904.
And how much the price of the home?
It was $320.
So buying a $320,000 home with $900 out of pocket.
Yeah, $906.
$906. So we need to be clear. There is a out of pocket. There is a down payment. So because we need to pay the closing costs, the home inspection and stuff. Correct. So the out of pocket is $906 buying a $320,000 home.
Yeah. In fact, if you think about it, if they were to rent a place, they would need the first month and last month, right? Security deposit. And if they're renting it for $2,000 a month, they need $4,000 to move in. Here, they only took $900 to move in.
Correct. So it costs this family more to rent.
Correct.
than to own.
than to own a home.
Okay, that's a good example. So that's our zero down payment program.
Correct.
For first-time home buyers.
Correct.
What else? Let's talk about the 3%.
So we do the FHA, the 3.5% down. That's what many times people think that's a first-time buyer program, and I think that's a false conception as well. FHA program is not necessarily for first-time buyers, but rather for someone who's going to live in the house. And even if you own a house and you're going to buy a new house and you're going to live there, bigger house maybe, your family's growing, your job transferred you, you can still do an FHA loan with only 3.5% down.
So if I have a rentals property in Los Angeles, I have a 20 units apartment in Los Angeles, and I buy a home owner occupied in San Gabriel, I can buy it with FHA because I'm going to owner occupy it.
Correct. Correct.
That's good.
As long as the underwriter believes that you're going to owner occupy it, right?
Yeah, because I'm going to live in it. Like, I'm going to live, I work in Rosemead, I live in San Gabriel, so it is my owner occupied.
Absolutely.
Right? And I have a 20 units apartment in Los Angeles, which have nothing to do with this.
With the new one, correct.
Correct. So that's a myth. Most people get confused, right?
Yeah.
And this is very common. People, and to make it worse, the real estate agents or even the lenders tell them there is no such thing. Zero down is only for VA, or the 3.5%. No, it's only for first-time home buyers. You are saying no, that's not true.
That is absolutely.
And then what else? What other programs you want to share with people?
Well, the VA, we love our veterans, right? So if you're a veteran, first, thank you for serving. We love to help the veterans. Anyone who you know that's a veteran, it's the best program out there.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
No money down, right? You can come in with no money down, just like the down payment assistance. But the amazing thing here is that there's no mortgage insurance. So somebody buying a VA, someone who has the VA eligibility, will have a much lower monthly payment, everything else being equal, than an FHA or a conventional.
So they actually pay less by putting zero down than if they were to put 3.5% down.
Their monthly payment would be lower, and it's a much better loan. The interest rates are still very low because it's a government insured or government guaranteed loan, and no mortgage insurance.
So who qualify for a VA loan? What if I serve in the Coast Guard, for example?
It would depend on the eligibility. So every time when somebody comes to us and says, I did serve, we ask them for their eligibility certificate, and we'll run or we'll pull it ourselves if they don't have it, and then we'll figure out what their entitlement is and where they can buy.
All right, good. So anything else you want to share as far as program?
As far as programs, I mean, there's a lot out there. A lot of times I get people all the time, like friends that are not in the real estate industry that call me and say, hey, I'm not sure if I can buy it, but I always say just call us, because if what you don't know is out there, might be that little thing that allows you to buy a home.
Yep, so when you call for our free home buying consultation, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get Armando is going to analyze your financial to make sure whether you qualify or not. Because most of the time, you actually will pay less by owning a home than to rent.
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, we're going to make sure, we're going to structure your offer in such a way for you to be more competitive in a multiple offer situation. A couple of months ago, we had an offer, FHA, competing against an all-cash buyer. And the all-cash buyer is $20,000 more than our FHA buyers. And guess what? The owner accepted our offers. We closed escrow last month, and the reason is because how we structure our offers. You know, it's not just the price. Right, because another problem we have now, Armando, the real estate agents always tell their buyers, well, there's a cash buyer, so you are such a loser, there's no chance. That is not true. Over the past 12 months, we have over 500 families buying and selling homes. And on the buy side, we have so many cases, story after story. If you go to our Zillow page, you can read story after story. Their offer is not the highest. In fact, we are so confident, we actually put in writing, you are guaranteed to save at least $10,000 when you buy. Or I'm going to pay you $2,000 cash. Right? Because the real estate agents now, it's like a joke. This is how they negotiate. Well, Armando, you want to buy this home, the highest offer is $500,000, so you put $550,000.
Yeah.
Well, if that's your negotiation strategy, then I don't need you. Like, I could have done it myself.
Sure.
Right? If your plan, if I'm hiring you to negotiate on my behalf and your strategy is put $50,000 more, if that's the only plan, then
that's a tough negotiation.
like my 6 years old can figure it out, right?
Right.
So that's number one. Number two, when you come here one-on-one for our free home buying consultation, we're going to give you free. Whether you decided to work with us or not, that's irrelevant, okay? You come here, I'm gonna give you a free list of homes, and that free list of homes including bank foreclosures, short sales, home from all real estate companies, new homes, new constructions, Zillow coming soon, for sale by owners, and homes that are hard to find online. Do you know what's the problem? I believe there's a problem in the real estate industry. You know what's the problem, Armando?
What's that?
Imagine if the buyers know the truth about what real estate agents are doing to the buyers. Meaning, they only show homes, not only homes that's only on the MLS, but homes that's on the MLS that pays decent. Think about it, right?
Okay.
Think about it, because you work with real estate agents a lot, right? So after this video, ask them, hey, I find these homes that I like, but it's a for sale by owners. I like it, it's for me and my family. What do you think a typical real estate agent will do? It's a for sale by owners.
What do they do normally?
I don't know, like test it.
Okay.
Test it, right? And then Armando is on Facebook, so he's gonna do a test, and then you comment below and test it. I want you to survey 10 real estate agents and ask them, hey, my uncle is buying a home, they like this home, but it's a for sale by owner, or it's Zillow, it's listed on Zillow as coming soon.
Okay.
Can you help me?
Sure.
And the typical agents are not gonna show it because it's a